The goal of Uber from the very beginning has always been to provide a low-cost alternative to the customer, generally at our expense as drivers. What up, folks? Once again, this is another unfortunate rideshare video. Now, this one is about UberEats, and I'm going to give you the title of the article it's from, and that should tell you every damn thing you need to know. Article is titled, UberEats will start accepting food stamps for grocery delivery in 2024. Now, if you don't have an issue with what is written there, I just want you to hear how the title of the article continues on. SNAP recipients, as well as people with health insurance issued FSA and flex cards, can use their benefits to pay for grocery delivery. Listen, folks, I grew up as a child of a mother that received food stamps, welfare, and things like that. I get it. Folks are struggling. Nevertheless, if you are providing rideshare trips or if you are delivering food, what we do is supposed to be a luxury service. The fact that you can sit at home and have people deliver food to you, deliver your groceries to you, that is a luxury service. It should not be designed for someone sitting at home receiving food stamps. And the reason I have a major problem with that is because you and I are going to be the ones delivering this shit. Fact is, if we start using our services to deliver to people like this who are less income, lower, not as well off, what do we live for as rideshare drivers and folks who work for UberEats, Grubhub, and different, companies like that in the gig economy? We live for tips. We live for tips. Tipping is a huge part of the income we make as gig workers to supplement the very low amount that we get paid from these damn companies. No one on food stamps is going to be tipping drivers. There is zero incentive for anyone that is door dashing, or in this case, UberEats, to take deliveries from an individual who is receiving food stamps. The tips are going to be, if not non-existent, as low as humanly possible. This is once again where we often talk about the companies not giving a damn about the drivers, because I don't think there's hardly any drivers that are going to favor this. You're going to be dealing with the lowest of clients. Not only are you dealing with folks that are not likely to tip, it's a good chance you may be going in neighborhoods that you'd rather not go into. There's no upside to this for the driver. But once again, because we do not have the true flavor of an independent contractor, they can do this shit without having to consult with drivers at all. I don't want to deal with somebody that's receiving government assistance while trying to hope and receive a tip. It's just, the likelihood of it is little to non-existent. I just believe that. Maybe you believe that someone receiving food stamps is going to be giving drivers big tips. I don't believe that. Just like I did a video a few months back when Uber also got into the business of using us as pseudo ambulances and medical transports to deal with people who were receiving government provided Medicaid and health care. Once again, dealing with folks that are on the lower end of the socioeconomic scale, nobody gets tips from that either. If you're picking up someone to take them to rehab through some third-party program, you're not going to get a tip from that. And because of the way we're paid, tips are too important to deliberately do jobs that do not include them. Nobody's going to get tipped from this shit. This is problematic from the very inception of it. Let me know in the comments, though. How do you feel about this? Do you think this is a good idea to start making food deliveries for folks who are on welfare? Not to mention, in this damn country, there's a hell of a sentiment, particularly from folks on the right, that are against entitlement programs to begin with. So who is paying the little we do make for these folks that are already on state assistance to get food delivered to them at home? This is more taxpayer money folks are going to be bitching about, because now the taxpayers are also paying us to deliver the food to somebody at home that is already on state or government assistance. I suppose if you are 70, 80 years old, you can't work, or maybe you're disabled and you're receiving government assistance and you're unable to go to the grocery store, perhaps. But if you're doing food deliveries to a single mother of 5 and she is completely healthy and shit like that, a lot of folks are not going to be a fan of using taxpayer money to pay for this woman's groceries to be delivered when she could easily take the food stamps and walk to the grocery store herself and save the taxpayers the delivery charge. But I'm not going to get too deep into the politics of it. I'm just simply saying, as a driver, I don't want shit to do with this type of stuff. Now, I don't really engage in food delivery to begin with, but certainly in a case like this, the tips are going to be non-existent. I don't think you're going to be able to get taxpayers. First of all, not only do they got to pay the driver to come out and do this delivery, now the driver wants a tip. All of this would be coming from the taxpayer. The customer receiving food stamps is not going to be tipping anybody. The hell you're going to be on food stamps and giving people tips? That doesn't work out. So there's just no avenue to suggest that drivers doing these type of trips are going to receive tips. Obviously, Uber is not going to tell you the nature of the person you're making a delivery to, just like when they use us as medical transports and pseudo ambulances. They don't tell you also that you're potentially picking up somebody that has a substance abuse problem and you got to take them to rehab. Not only are you not going to get tipped, the person may vomit in your vehicle, be overly talkative, smelly, just an undesired passenger to begin with. That's what's going to be happening when you're dealing with food stamp recipients. You're going to probably be making deliveries in areas you do not want to go to. You're not going to get tipped from it, maybe get excessive complaints and things like that. I hate to look at it that way, considering how I personally grew up. But we are in this business because we need the tips as well. And giving us clientele that is highly unlikely to tip is just not desirable, whether they're on food stamps or whatever the case may be. But let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about this? I think it's shit. See you in the next video, and subscribe to the channel. Catch you later.